Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This is Grateful Panic, and I've got a knife review for you guys today. But before we get started, we got a special guest that would like to meet you guys and that I would like you to meet. So, without further ado, let's meet Grateful Panic Jr.
Hey YouTube!
So, you guys just met my daughter Marley, who has been begging to be in one of my videos, and I think in the near future, at some point, I'm actually going to shoot a video and let her, with my help, do a review or two on her knives. And actually, the knife that she showed off today was her Swiss Army knife that Gonzo, my good buddy Gonzo, this guy right here, Converse Customs, sent her, and that is her absolute favorite knife. She loves it. So, like she said before, thank you, Uncle Gonzo. But without further ado, let's get down to the video. And like we always do, we're going to start out with what did I carry today. And today, in my pockets and on my belt, first off, I had as my main slip joint the review knife from yesterday, the number 56 Bird Dog Jack from Great Eastern Cutlery. And I don't need to really say a lot about that because you guys learned all about it yesterday. My modern folder carry for the day was the 511 Worn for Duty. That was a gift from my good buddy JB over at Big Red EDC. And I know most of you guys came here from his channel, but if you didn't, you definitely need to go check him out because he's got some good content. He's got a lot of content, and he's got some great information to put out there, and he's very, very good-hearted guy. Just great to listen to. He's got some great videos, so go check him out. Subscribe to him. My Swiss Army knife carry for today was my Victoria. Didn't know Victoria was in the mix. Victorinox Alox Cadet. Which you guys have seen many, many times, and you know that if this is in my pocket, I also have another gift from JB over at Big Red EDC in my pocket, the Victorinox Classic SD in the with the American flag pattern, and the main reason I started carrying this with the Alox is the Alox does not have a toothpick. This one does. And it also has the tweezers, which the Alox does not. But it also has the scissors, which the Alox does not. So it comes in infinitely handy when I'm carrying the Alox. My flashlight carry for the day was my Olight S1R Baton Turbo. Great flashlight, puts out a heap of light. And if you don't need a heap of light, if you wake up in the middle of the night, you got to use the bathroom, you don't want to wake the wife up, you put it on a moonlight mode and head to the bathroom and don't wake anybody up. And a bittersweet moment for the Grateful Panic knife review channel. Gonna try and hold back the tears here, but my fixed blade carry for the day was the Bark River Kalahari Bushman 2. And it's a bittersweet moment because this will be the last time I will carry this knife. This will be the last time that you guys see this knife in one of my videos because he has found a new home. The sweet part of it, though, is I am trading this to a guy on Facebook for a Bark River Ultralight Bushcrafter, which is one of my Bark River Grail knives. So I'm super excited about that, and you guys will be seeing that very, very soon. And I think the saddest part is I never got around to doing a full review on this knife, but it's kind of what you see is what you get. Just a really great knife. If you guys have a chance to pick one of these up, definitely go for it. You will not be disappointed. But now it is time to get down to the nitty gritty. The knife of the hour, the knife that we've all been waiting for, or at least the knife that I've been waiting for, the review knife. And I'm super excited about this review knife. I just got it in the mail today. I got it in a trade from a guy on Facebook named Brian. I'm not going to say his last name because he could be in the witness protection program. He could be hiding. I don't know. But anyway, it's none of my business to say his last name, but his first name is Brian, and really great guy to deal with. Super flawless trade. And I really appreciate him doing the trade with me. Another bittersweet moment is I traded the GEC number 43 Oregon Trapper Beaver Tail for this, so you guys won't be seeing that on my channel anymore. But once you see this knife, I don't think you'll mind one bit. So let's go ahead and open her up and take a look at this bad boy. Actually, before we open it, let me tell you what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the Great Eastern Cutlery number 54 Big Jack in Cougar Clawed Bone and Titty trim. And I really think you're going to be impressed. I was super impressed. So hopefully you guys will be too. But bam, there she is. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. But before we get into the aesthetics, let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way and get some links and weight and all that good stuff. We got a closed length of right at 4 inches. We have a fully open length with the primary blade of fumble inches, again, right at 7 inches, which will probably, if my math is correct, I'm no mathematician, but that gives us a full blade length of 3 inches and a cutting edge of 2 3/4. And we're going to have a fully open length with the secondary blade of 7 inches. And again, I'm no mathematician, but that's probably going to get us a full blade length of 3 inches and a cutting edge of, again, 2 3/4. So you got plenty of knife here. Plenty of knife to cut with. Let's get a weight on him. And I can tell you without weighing it that it's a very substantial knife. It's not overly heavy at all, in the very least, but it's a substantial knife. You know you've got a knife in your hand when you're using this guy. We're looking at 4.2 ounces, which, like I said, it's not overly heavy. It's not like you're carrying a cinder block around in your pocket. And this is actually important right here to do the grams, because I was looking at the statistics on my views, and we actually have some viewers from across the pond, so we do need to do these grams for them. And we're looking at 119 grams, which means nothing to me except for the fact that I know from weighing it in ounces that it's 4.2 ounces. But that means something to our friends over there in in other countries that use the metric system. But let's get down to the beauty of it. We've got nickel silver bolsters, and these are polished. They're not satin finish like the bird dog that we looked at yesterday. We got a nickel silver shield, and it's got the houndstooth shield, which I absolutely love. I think that along with the hot dog shield are probably my two favorite Great Eastern Cutlery shields. We've got brass pins, brass liners, stainless steel back springs, and we've got your typical 1095 blade steel on the blades. And so let's start out with the primary blade. And just looking at it, you probably know right away that I love this blade because I am a huge fan of Great Eastern Cutlery's clip point blade with that hand-drawn swedge. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful blade. And I gotta say, I don't know if he ever carried it, but I really don't think Brian ever used this knife because it feels like it still has the factory edge on it. It's super sharp. I mean, it's that GEC sharp. Yeah, you can put a sharper edge on it if you want to get fancy, but in my experience, knives from GEC they come sufficiently sharp. You don't need them much sharper than that. And the secondary blade, and this just makes me happy. This is a true jackknife. We've got two full-size blades on this knife. The secondary blade is a spear point with another, again with the hand-drawn swedge. And like I said, that just makes me ecstatic. We're not looking at a nice full-size primary blade with a little dinky pin blade just to say we got two blades on a knife. And even though, I will admit, like I said, I carried the bird dog jack today, and I actually did use the pen knife for some small detailed work, and I mean it performed flawlessly. So I can't knock it that much. I think it's more of just a looks thing. You got this big beautiful blade you pull out, and then you go to the secondary, and it's like, oh well, here's my toothpick. Pull, as far as the pull goes, the walk and talk, I would give the pull a good 6, and that's right where I like my slip joints to be, is right at a 6. Between 5.5 and 6.5 is the sweet spot for me. And another thing that makes me overjoyously happy is we got a half stop, and you know how much I love a half stop. And this guy here, it's got that signature GEC Roadrunner stop, and I love that. And no blade wrap. I can let these blades close on their own all day long, and I don't have to worry about rolling the edge. And I love that. That makes me happy. And as far as the talk goes, I mean, listen to that snap. I mean, that is exquisite. I love that. Absolutely love that. And looking at this cougar claw bone, and basically it's the way they do the jigging on the bone. It looks as if a wild animal has clawed the covers, and why they picked a cougar, I don't know. If there's anybody out there that knows, I'm sure it's not just a GEC thing. I'm sure this is older than GEC, but why knife manufacturers decided that it was a cougar that clawed these knives, please drop that in the comments, because I would love to know. Um, and hint hint, that's me calling you out, Doc. If you got any idea why it is a cougar that clawed these knives, and not a mountain lion, which is that no, that's not a cougar. I don't know. Anyway, why it wasn't a cheetah or a leopard or a honey badger? I don't know. Just why was it a cougar that clawed these knives? Please let me know. Um, and Also, as far as fit and finish goes, the transitions, I mean, it's bone, so you're gonna have a little catch, at the bolster and end cap. But it's nothing. It's it's not crazy. It's not like, you're gonna pull your fingernail off, rubbing it across the knife. I mean, it's just minimal. I mean, it's nature of the beast. You're gonna have a little catch. In my opinion, the transitions are exquisite. It's great transitions. Um, what else? Oh, the 54 is what's known as an equal-ended cigar pattern, because, kind of self-explanatory, the ends are of equal size and shape, and it kind of looks like a cigar. So, so there's that. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy, except I am madly in love with it. Like I said, this is it's probably my favorite slip joint. Probably my favorite GEC, or definitely my favorite GEC, and probably my favorite slip joint. This knife right here is just outstanding. Highly recommend it if you guys get a chance to pick one up. I mean, do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Stop immediately. If you have to eat Kraft mac and cheese and ramen for the rest of the week in order to get this knife, which I don't think you will, but if you do, the next week you can have steak and lobster, and you'll also have this knife. Um, so yeah, definitely pick this up if you get a chance. I will, if I see any more, I will be picking them up. I will be getting them, and I've got to do a little bit of research and find out what all cover materials they came in. But I definitely want some more of these. So once again, thank you, Brian, for the trade. Outstanding trade. And I guess as of right now, this is gonna be Grateful Panic signing off. Uh, and remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive, and hey, how about do something nice for somebody today? Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.